What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about Russell Wilson and his excellent gameplay against the Dallas Cowboys. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Let's start by talking about Russell Wilson, who has thrown 14 touchdowns through the first 3 games of the season. That is the most in NFL history. He's been a great player for a long time. What looks different to you?
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. So that means in the first game, he threw 4 touchdowns. Next game, 5 touchdowns. And last week, 5 touchdowns. That's absolutely out of control. Russell Wilson is a baller.
Well, he's in complete control of his football game every single play. You know, there's a lot of quarterbacks that you can play well and you can fluctuate your play, and then you miss a third down or you miss a fourth down. Russell Wilson right now is playing perfect football. He needs to because his defense is so bad. And Greedy, that's the difference of this football game is the reality is both quarterbacks had to play perfect to win. Russell Wilson did, and Dak unfortunately didn't. Now, this is about Russell Wilson. I mean, there's not a throw or a play that he can't make. If the play's there, he makes it. The ball comes out on time. And then if the play's not there, he moves in the pocket. He creates some time. He scrambles when he needs to. Just there's this confidence and control in his game. And as a defensive coordinator, you're going, I don't know what to do against him. Because your call's not going to be good enough and your guys aren't going to execute it well enough.
Rex, you're a defensive mind.
You got to do whatever you can to get to Russell Wilson. So, yeah, that guy is absolutely balling out of control. He's definitely has the Seattle Seahawks at the top of the list in the NFC, right up there with the Green Bay Packers. Russell Wilson is an absolute beast, which is not too surprising because he's always been like this. He's always been a consistent beast. I mean, last year, consistent. Just the guy's just out of control.
What are you doing against Russell Wilson right now?
Well, I can tell you this. I'm not just going to sit back and just rush
That's not
forward.
shocking.
When
You don't sit back,
vanilla
bro. You don't sit back
defense
versus anybody.
and all that, I'm going to at least try to knock him out of the game. I mean, you got to try to do something because you're right, Greedy, and guys, he is playing so good. Look, he's had 1 interception, and we all saw it. That was a drop pass by Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
So, to me, the guy is amazing. Everybody knew that he was going to convert that 4th down. There's no question about it. And then we all knew he was going to score. What we didn't know is Seattle was going to actually find a way to finally stop Dallas at the end there. So, to me, he is amazing. But if I'm going to take a butt kicking, which I've taken many in my life, I'm at least going to try to throw a punch.
Yeah.
So, to me, go get him. You got to do something.
I agree. You definitely have to go after Russell Wilson. You have to do whatever you can to make him as uncomfortable as possible. You can't have him just sit there and pick you apart and do whatever he wants. I mean, I know once you go after him, he's just going to find some place to throw it to. But at the same time, like I said, you're going to have to make him be as uncomfortable as possible.
Hey, listen, for me, Russell Wilson, one of Sierra's latest singles is called Level Up. That's what Russell Wilson has done. Remember, they used to try to win around Russell Wilson. Let's run the ball, Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Now it's all about him and what he can do. And it doesn't matter. You can be DK Metcalf and forget that you need to score a touchdown. You can be the defense and forget that you actually have to tackle and stop people because it does not matter. Russell Wilson is on a different level right now, and we saw that yesterday.
Russell Wilson's been on a different level for a while. The Legion of Boom has been gone for a while. You know, it's just been all Russell Wilson for the most part, representing the Seattle Seahawks and keeping those guys in the playoffs and putting in work. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
Raising my hand because I have a question. Rex, you're the coach, and DK Metcalf makes that play, and he comes back to the sideline now. Again, we just showed it to you in the highlight. Just doesn't take it into the end zone for the score, nonchalanting it, obviously not realizing the defender is there, and it could easily have wound up costing them that game. When that player gets to the sideline, when you're the head coach, what do you do?
Well, first off, thank goodness you have a mask on, because you're going to be like, are you serious? Like, you would just be ripping this cat so much, and you'd still at the same time say, I love you, but oh my gosh. Like, you've got to, it's a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment, but my goodness, you got to be a pro, guys. You got to be a pro.
Yeah,
That's a teachable moment.
Yeah, I guarantee DK Metcalf is going to get tore up in film studies. I guarantee you. He'll get tore up in individual and he'll get tore up in team films. I guarantee you it.
Guys like in 7th grade, right?
Yes,
Like in the NFL,
yes.
you shouldn't have to learn that. And Ryan Clark, tell me, you're a teammate. He gets over to the sideline. What do you say?
Well, listen, if I'm a teammate, I'm clicking out. But if I'm Russell Wilson, what I'm doing is I'm summoning the same God that told me to reach out to Sierra. Because that's the only God that can stop you from cussing out DK Metcalf when he does something like that.
Beautiful.
And you know what else I know about Russell Wilson? The way he's playing right now, what he said, he's limitless or something, and he said
unlimited.
Unlimited, and he's the best quarterback playing. He walked over to DK Metcalf and he said, you know what, bro? They got that one, but we gonna get it back. And at the end of the game, I'm coming to you with the ball, and that's how we'll win. And he's playing so good that you know what DK Metcalf said? You right, Russ, let's go do it.
Yeah.
And that's where this team is. That's where this quarterback is. And so he can overcome things like that, and not everybody can.
It's almost like for that 3.5 hour block, he goes to a different place mentally right now, where he is just seeing everything at such a slow pace. He knows exactly where the weaknesses are. He knows exactly when the ball's got to come out and when and go to where. It's like everything's moving so much slower. I'm telling you, the time in the pocket that he creates is on purpose. He just knows, okay, the defense is set up. This is not going to be a great play. I'm going to hang in the pocket for like that game-winning touchdown pass to DK Metcalf is the perfect example. You're right, RC. He probably goes over and said, dude, I'm going to come right back to you. Yep. We're going to win this football game because of play that you make, and you kind of speak that thing into existence type of thing. It's also a reason why he's the great leader that he is.
And it's almost getting to the point for Russell Wilson. He's been so good for so long and taking care of business that now, during the regular season, I'm used to this. I'm used to him balling and taking care of business. Now I want to see what does he do when he gets to the playoffs. It's time for him to get back to another Super Bowl and time for him to win another ring. I don't want to keep talking about his regular season, accomplishments, because I already know who's a baller. We already know he can take care of business. Now I can't wait to the playoffs to get here to see what he can do then. I know it's still early, but Russell Wilson stays consistent. Like I said, last year he was consistent. He's always consistent. So I want to see what can he do when he gets to the playoffs this year. I want to see this man make some major moves. So let's continue.
Much as we wrap it on this thought, Dan Orlowski, so much of this show has been a daily referendum on just how good Dak is.
Yeah.
He does make a couple of mistakes, but generally speaking, that's back-to-back weeks that he's thrown for over 400 yards, and his team needed every one of them.
Yeah, it's the best 2-week stretch I've ever seen out of Dak Prescott, and they're 1-1. And it's because of a miracle. That tells you everything you need to know about the Dallas Cowboys. You made this bet, Dallas.